Hey everybody, this is Heidi for AllFreeKnitting with another video tutorial for you. In this video, we're going to follow a really easy knit and purl chart to create parallel chevron stripes in our work. So taking a look at this swatch, you can see that I've just done a garter border to help the swatch lay flat, but what we're going to look at today is how to make chevron stripes like these two parallel chevron or zigzag stripes using just purl bumps on a stockinette stitch background. So I'm following a chart for this chevron stripe that calls for an 18 stitch cast on. And so I've cast on 18 stitches and worked one row of knitting and one row of purl to get started on this design. So what we're going to do is start working row 3, which is a right side row. So we are going to start with purl 1, knit 5, and then purl 1, knit 5 again. And we're going to go ahead and do that one last time. Purl 1, knit 5. And then at the end of the row, we'll turn to the wrong side of our work. Next, we're going to start with knit 1 to get the purl bump on the other side. Since we're on the wrong side, knit stitches will result in purl bumps on the right side of our work. Then bringing the yarn towards us, we're going to purl 3, knit 3, and you'll know you're in the right place when the center stitch is the purl bump on the other side. So there's our knit 3, purl 3, knit 3 again, purl 3, and we'll finish off this row with a knit 2. Next, on the right side, we find ourselves at row 5. We're going to start row 5 with knit 1 and then purl 2. Knit 1, purl 2 again. And we're going to keep doing that all the way to our last 2 stitches. So at our last 3, which are knit 1, and then the last 2 once again are purl 2. So if we take a moment to look at our work, we can see, and when you're working this, trying to make those chevrons line up like they should to form the chevron shape, make sure to take a moment every once in a while to look back at the right side of your work to make sure that the points are lining up as they should in this swatch and my work. Next, we're going to turn our work to the other side, and we are going to start with a purl 1 and a knit 3. And then we will purl 3, knit 3, and keep repeating the purl 3, knit 3 until we run out of sets of 3 stitches to work. So there's a knit 3, and we'll finish up with a purl 2 on this wrong side row. So again, checking back to make sure our zigzags are all still lining up, and we're looking good. So next, row 7 is where we complete the last row of the first zigzag and we start the second zigzag all in one row because those zigzags line up right where they're parallel in this row 7, which is a right side row. So we're going to start with a purl 1 for row 7 on the right side. Then we're going to knit 2, purl 1, 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 and finish off with a knit 2. So row 7 is probably the most complicated conceptually, probably the most complicated row conceptually, because again, you're finishing off that first chevron row like this, and then the bumps here and here are where we're going to have points of the parallel next chevron row. So row 8, we start on the wrong side, and we're going to start right away with a knit 1, forming a bump. Then we will purl 3, and you'll notice here that we're going to line up this purl 3 on this set of 3 stitches with that knit stitch in the middle. So knit 1, purl 3, knit 3, and then we'll keep repeating purl 3 and knit 3 for a little while. And then we'll have 2 stitches left, both of which will be knit. Then we're almost there. We're on row 9 on the right side of our work again. Taking a step back, we can see that our purl bumps are all lining up symmetrically, just like we want them to. So row 9 starts with knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, and we'll keep repeating purl 2, knit 1, and again ending with 2 purls. All right, then row 10 is our second to last row. So this is our last wrong side row. We are going to start with purl 1 for row 10. So purl 1, then we will knit 3 and purl 3. And we'll keep repeating knit 3 and purl 3 all the way across until we get to our last 2 stitches, which will be purled. Purl 2, and now we're ready to finish our last row of this chevron chart on the right side. So according to the chart, this is row 11 for those of you looking at the chart. So row 11, we're going to knit 3 and purl 1, and then we are going to knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, purl 1, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, purl 1, and then finish off with a knit 2. And you can keep following the chart to make plain stockinette stitches at the end of this chart, but for our demonstration purposes, we've successfully made our parallel double chevron chart with just knits and purls, just like in our swatch here. As you can see, with just knit and purls, you can add a lot of texture and dimension to anything. So even beginners who can just knit and purl can do quite a bit with their knitting. If you've got any questions for us, don't hesitate to reach out in the comments, and tune in again soon for more knitting tutorials.